Assalamu alaikum and hello to everyone. I've been watching videos for quite some time on people convert to Islam and people leave Islam. People embrace Islam, people revert to Islam, and then people leave. This is happening. A lot of people are coming and people are leaving. It's happening a lot. When someone embraces Islam, sometimes they're not getting the support, the help that they need. They embrace Islam, they revert to Islam, and there's no one there. They need support and help, and no one is there. And I just want to say to the Muslim Ummah, when someone I live around Christians and there's lots of churches and that. When the Christians are really good, to be honest with you, I've never seen Muslims do what Christians do, and Muslims should be doing that, but they don't. When someone goes to the church, I've seen these things, that's how I know. When someone goes to the church, the Christians help them, the other Christians help them, check up to see if they're okay, if they need support, if they need help. Christians give dawah to their religion. This is what Muslims should be. I'll just tell you what Christians do, what I've seen Christians do. Christians, either someone goes to the church by themselves or they give dawah. They're constantly out on the streets, knocking on people's doors, giving dawah to their religion. This is what Muslims should be doing for their religion, but they're not. Christians giving dawah, they knock on everybody's doors. They give dawah on the streets. They stand outside their churches, giving out leaflets and talking to people. They give, when it was Christmas, I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah, and I had Christians coming up to me and giving me gifts on the street. And they didn't say, oh, you know, you're Muslim, we're not going to help you. Or if I did go to a Christian person, they will help me. They will help me, and Christians do help a lot. And they were giving out gifts on the street. They didn't say to me, oh, you're Muslim, we're not giving you a gift. When someone goes to the church, they help them, they support them. Even if you say to them, like, I have a problem or something, they will come and help. They will send people to your home to help you. When someone embraces their religion, they're there constantly helping them and supporting them. And the Muslim Ummah don't do that. Because I know, because I used to go to the mosque and I never used to see that. I mean, like, with there's homeless people and the Christians go out, there's Christian charities helping the homeless on the streets. I've never really seen a Islamic Muslim, not Islam. Islam tells us to do these things, but I don't see really like a lot of Muslims doing it. Christians giving out food, giving out their Bible to the homeless, doing things for the homeless people, sitting down and talking to them. I don't see Muslims do that. When it's Christmas, they invite people to their homes or to the church. Do you know what I mean? I don't see Muslims do that. Muslims, I'm not being rude or not saying, but Muslims, they don't do that. I've seen people embrace Islam and everyone hugs and kisses them, and then they says, bye, got to go now. And a lot of new Muslims, they don't get support and help. They don't have someone ringing them up every day to see if they're okay. They don't get someone calling them over to their house. They don't get none of these things. I mean, before anyone says to me that, do you do any of these things, sister? I try to do whatever I can for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I really want to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next life. I really want to go to Jannah, and I try. I mean, I've had people saying to me, oh, do you do these things that you're telling us? I said, but I don't have to tell people what I do and what I don't do. I try to do, whatever I can, and a lot more. It's all for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you do all these things, you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it doesn't mean just because you've got your own family, you engage with your own family and relatives all the time. And Christians do help non-Christians and other Christians a lot. And I don't see Muslims do any of these things, to be honest with you. They do a lot of charity work, they help a lot of people out, they go and see the elderly, they go and see the sick, they go and do all these things. And I know if I went to a Christian person right now, they would help me. So if someone does embrace Islam, should be there ready to help them, should exchange numbers with them. You don't have to tell them everybody your personal business, do you know what I mean? Like what's going on in your life and with how much money you've got in your bank account. No, you have to be there for them. Take them to the different mosques, take them out. They've got, when someone embraces Islam, they don't even have no one to spend Eid with. They're all by themselves. I mean, like, do you understand? Inshallah, like, people will pick up things. This video isn't about upsetting people. And when someone does leave Islam, you should make dua for them. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides who He wills, and He guides whoever He wills. And when He does guide people, we're supposed to be there to help them. But we're not. And when people are leaving, people do leave Islam. I've seen people embrace Islam and I have seen people leave. But at the end of the day, I don't get upset when someone... I don't get happy when someone embraces Islam, and I don't get upset when someone leaves Islam. Because when you embrace Islam, I'm like, well, be ready to be tested. The only time I get happy is when I know that they're being tested and they're still holding on to the religion. That's when I really get happy, that I see, oh, mashallah, you're being tested, but look, mashallah, you're still holding on to the religion. And I have seen reverts to Islam, they've been tested and they're still holding on to the religion. Most of the time people get tested through marriage. That's what I've seen. Through marriage, through family, especially like reverts. If anyone embraces Islam, please be there for them. If you're in the mosque, exchange numbers. You don't have to tell them your personal business. Invite them to your house for a couple of hours, tea and coffee, and you must have the right knowledge to give dawah. And making dua is power. It has big time power in it. And always make dua that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the Muslims, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the new Muslims, the old Muslims, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the non-Muslims. And always make dua for yourself and your family and your friends and your children. It's really, really important. I don't like, I don't know why people get upset when someone leaves. Oh, you're lying, this person's lying, just let them get on with it. If people leave, Allah knows best. If people enter, Alhamdulillah. If they leave, it's not really your loss. Only Allah knows why they left. But some people, they do need, first of all, you need to be there for them. Then afterwards you can say, oh, why did this person leave? But I have seen a lot of people enter Islam, and I've seen a lot of people leave because they left because they came, maybe because maybe they were looking for a husband or a wife, and things don't turn out the way they want to. And Allah does test people, and Allah will test you to see if you're, I mean, I embraced Islam a very long time ago, and I'm telling you that I am really holding on to my religion. And yeah, and like one brother was saying in his video, that Allah does, Shaitan will come to you and say silly things to you. He will say some things like, oh look, you're in difficulty. Where's Allah now? Why is He not helping you? He doesn't love you. Yes, Allah does love you. You're just being tested. You just have to hold on and be strong and make lots of dua. When you're feeling that, if you're feeling that, oh, everything's getting too much for you, you need to make dua. I always say this to everyone. You need to make dua. In your salah, when you do sujood, and after your salah, when it rains, make dua. The best time is to go to sleep and then wake up roughly about 1 o'clock, read lots of Quran and do salah at 1 o'clock in the morning, AM, and read till about 3 o'clock, and then make, do dhikr and beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to for whatever you want. Always make dua for everybody to be guided, whatever may Allah guide the ummah, may Allah guide everyone and guide me. And dua has power, but people are not really making dua. Don't let Shaitan get to you. If you want to know more about how Shaitan and his gang work, there's loads of books, and you can read Quran, and there's hadith, and how people have put books together, like this jinn books. They will really help you to understand then you realize when Shaitan comes to you. So what if people don't like you because you're Muslim? Life is a test, and one day all of it's going to come to an end. If someone leaves Islam, it's not my loss. This is how I see it. It's not my loss. If someone leaves Islam, it's not my loss. It's their loss. And I wouldn't want anyone to leave, and I don't mean in a bad way, but I really do make dua that may Allah guide everyone, Ameen. May Allah guide the jinns, Ameen. May Allah guide the Muslims and non-Muslims. Because I wouldn't want what's happening to, there's lots of people, every day people are dying and they're seeing the truth. Oh, that Islam is the truth. We were lied to. Every day people are dying. Probably someone who used to hate Islam yesterday died this morning, and probably is regretting so much. Why didn't I believe? Okay, then. Assalamu alaikum and bye.